So I'm gonna um, do a little kind of demonstration of a modality called integral somatic psychology, or ISP. It's not the best name. Probably a better name would be the practice of embodying emotions. It's a modality created by Dr. Raja Selvam, a senior somatic experiencing teacher. And the basic idea is taking some situation, identifying the emotion that situation brings up, expanding and deepening that emotional experience through as much of the body as possible, which is like the third step. And then the fourth step of integration is noticing ways that our body physiology might improve, which could just be our breathing improves or um, blood flow feels better. And that fourth step is kind of optional. Um, so I'm not going to go into a big explanation around it. I just wanted to give a little bit of context. And then I just kind of wanted to demo it because it's a practice that, yes, as a therapist, I use with clients, but it's also something I use just in my own healing. And I think it's an immensely powerful tool, actually. So um, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna use the situation I'm in right now as the example, and I don't know which emotion will come up. So the situation I'm in now is I'm creating this YouTube channel, and I finally, after thinking about it for a while, finally was like, okay, today I'm gonna make some videos, just see what happens. And yeah, there's a lot of nervousness. There's also a lot of excitement. So yeah, that's like my situation, and a lot of ideas and like what to do, and yeah. So just saying that, yeah. So yeah, I feel the nervousness. I feel it a little bit in my leg. I feel it a little bit in my upper body. And I want to just make transparent. I sort of made a choice because I could feel the nervousness. I could also feel the excitement, and sort of like an intuitive decision, it just felt more appropriate to focus on the nervousness, but could have gone with the excitement too. But somehow the nervousness feels like more of the emotion for me that's needing attention right now. So I'm going to use a self touch that I often use, and it is just a very basic self touch, not to make the feeling go away, but to help me be able to feel the feeling in more of my body. So I'm just putting my hand on my chest and another hand a little bit above my belly button. I'm kind of multitasking here because I'm explaining as I'm doing. So I'm in this step two of with the emotion, but I'm gonna just remind myself this situation. Okay, I'm creating this YouTube channel. I've got all these ideas, maybe putting myself out there more. Yeah. Yeah, so me, I felt some nervousness in my face and chest. Feel it a little bit in the arms. Feel it in my throat. And I'm in particular noticing how this nervousness feels unpleasant. Actually, as I'm with it more, it's like it's scary. Like it's like I feel scared. Yeah. So I'm just staying with this feeling of nervousness or feeling scared. And I'm feeling the feeling, but I can sort of sense that it's like a bit constricted. So I'm going to make a nonverbal sound from the feeling of nervousness or fear. And this does two things. One is it spreads the feeling out, but it also evokes the feeling more. So we want to keep evoking the feeling and spreading it out. Um, and I could imagine someone watching this be like, well, why do you want to do that? So let me explain that. You can almost think of, like, imagine this is sort of an uncomfortable feeling, um, like this nervousness. And then because it's uncomfortable, unpleasant, especially as kids when we had a very immature mind body emotion system, our body learned to kind of contract around our feelings as a way of, making us feel better. So a lot of the times the suffering we feel from feelings is this bodily and then even like mental contraction around the unpleasant feeling itself. So what we want to do is keep our focus on this unpleasant feeling. And what it kind of does is it retrains our adult body physiology that we can actually be with this unpleasant emotion. And then all the mind body contraction around it can learn to let go. So that's the idea of deepening. Like, it's kind of, you want to keep the flame of the emotion and then also spread it through the body, because that's what helps you actually process and digest it. So again, because I went into explanation, I'm going to remind myself of the situation. Yeah, I'm creating this YouTube channel. I have a lot of ideas. People will see me. So there's nervousness. There's feeling scared or fear. Yeah, so I still feel that in my chest, in my low back, my face. I'm going to make the nonverbal sound. Uh, uh, uh. So in doing that, I feel a lot more fear in my low belly and pelvis area. I actually feel it a little bit in my legs now. Uh, uh, yeah. And then I'll just make, this isn't like in the pureness of the method, but I think it's good to mention. So in this, I can really feel this younger self who is often scared of different social situations growing up. So just naming that, because that's a normal experience to have in this process. And then just remembering I'm creating this YouTube channel, putting myself out there, yeah. And I'm noticing the fear. Even I can even include this video, like, will you like this video? Yeah. Feeling the fear a little bit in the back. I feel it in my chest and face, my arms. All right, so normally you would go longer with this for the full benefit. But um, just for demonstration purposes, I'll go to the integration step. So in that, I'm kind of letting the emotion and situation go a little bit more to the background and just noticing any improvements in my body physiology. So I can notice my chest and my arms feel much more settled. I also just feel more comfortable doing this video right now. I'm even sometimes when we're with an emotion, our cognition improves in an embodied way. So it's like, oh, like I don't have to post this if I don't like the result. So that cognition. So sometimes there can be a cognitive insight as we're with the emotion more. Yeah, and then I can also feel like the pleasure and the excitement of engaging in this process. So that's kind of like a little bit of a demo of this practice of embodying emotions. I hope you found it helpful. I'll have a lot of links in the video below. Um, just a really beautiful modality created by Dr. Raja Selvam. I highly recommend you check it out. Um, and thanks for watching.